Hi there. In today's lesson, we're going to be talking about what are top tasks. And this is going to be broken into three sections. We're going to start about saying, well, what are tasks in general? Then what are top tasks if we have general tasks? And then finally, how do we go about collecting what tasks are? So let's start with the first one of what are tasks? Well, a task is anything that you are trying to achieve online. So if you are going onto a website to buy a new jacket or a new jumper or buy a new phone, anything that you like, that is your task. You are trying to achieve that thing. Now, on a website such as a fashion retail website, you're going to have a lot of potential tasks. Now, you're going to have pretty much one task for every kind of product. Not every single product, but every kind of product. So I want to find a jumper. Maybe I've come along with the idea that I want that specific jumper, but my task is finding a jumper. Or maybe I'm trying to find the store, to find location. Maybe I want to check my account to check delivery options. Maybe I want to combine tasks together. So I want to find a jumper, but I also want to know what size I am so I can buy the right kind of jumper. And whilst I'm buying online, I want to know about the return policy and I want to know about the cost of delivery. So you will have main items and then smaller pieces that go all around it. So when you think about the network of tasks that one person might have, it starts to become quite wide very quickly. Now that brings us on to the next item of what are top tasks? Well, customers have tasks that matter to them, and these are called top tasks. People are very, very stressed at the moment, and we have more empowerment with technology and connection with other people, but we are very skeptical about the world around us and we want everything now. We want it now, we want it because I want it, but I don't necessarily believe what you're telling me in the marketing. So what we really need to do is have a lot of focus on the website, focus on usability to make everything work incredibly well for what you're trying to achieve, or people will go elsewhere. If a different website can help you achieve your tasks faster, people are going to go that way. Now, if you're an organization, such as a shop or company, then complexity is something that you really embrace because look at all these kind of things that you sell. Look at all these services that you offer. Look at these extras which they want to package on. And look at these pieces that the CEO really likes. So we're going to push them forward. And this creates a very complex website where you might have the option to do 1,000 tasks when you only really care about one. So you can make a website really usable and you can make all those features really usable. But if the features that are really usable are the ones that no one cares about, then you're not really making anything better. You're actually making it worse. You're facilitating the wrong thing. Now, top tasks is a way of focusing down on the tasks that people really, really care about. You've still got all the other things. All the other functions are still there, but you're going to design primarily for the top 50% of tasks that people really care about. Now, when this approach has been applied to the Norwegian Cancer Society, they reduced websites from 4,000 pages to 1,000 pages. So almost all websites gone. And by focusing down on what they care about, what the users care about, donations rose substantially. The Telenor Norway company went from 4,000 pages to 500 pages. Sales and customer satisfaction increased. Customer support inquiries decreased. And then when the US Department of Health deleted 150,000 web pages of a 200,000 web page site, no one even noticed. So really focusing down on the task that really matters is something that's really important and does increase the impact. And this is counterintuitive because you'd think if we remove content, surely we're going to cripple our sites and make it worse. But no, because you're focusing in on what websites care about. So why do we have these things in the first place? Why are websites so full of stuff that nobody cares about? Well, what matters most to the organization matters least to the person. So if you are a company, you care absolutely about increasing profits, about decreasing costs, about increasing the number of new users, about increasing the consumers' spending, and increasing the stakeholder value, which is how everyone thinks about the company in a positive way. Now, if you're buying a jumper, you don't care about the company having profit. I mean, obviously, you're giving them money in exchange for your item, but, are we meeting targets? Who cares? I want my jumper. If it's saving the company money, who cares? I want my jumper, and so on. So you've straight away got a conflict between the business interest and the user interests. And because of this, lots of organizations have what are called tiny tasks. So these small things that the company really cares about, the CEOs really care about, they take up the designer's time. They take up the designer's work to make the website really positive because they're focusing on things that no one really cares about. When the consumer sees them, they are confused. Where they interact, they don't know where things are going. They cause distractions. So what happens is when management are pushing forward their pet interests, things that they really care about, things that are going to lead to them getting a promotion because profits have increased and all these things, that is really conflicting with what users care about. So top task is a super critical function of making a usable website. Now, I'm going to show you an example of Ling's cars, and we're going to dive into this, and you're going to see this wonderful lady here, Ling, go into absolute meltdown of pushing tiny tasks forward over things that people care about. Okay, here we are on Ling's cars, and this is without question my favorite website online, just for bad examples. So let's think about what this is. This is a car rental, car leasing website. So you want to go and get a car. Now, I'm going to save you some hassle. We can go to cars here, and we can go to order car, and then we can go to personal, and it'll take us to a website where we can actually do things. So that is somewhere, okay, I've got to sign up for an account, and then go through choosing my car. So the thing that I really care about is there. I'm not going to go on anything else. But before we get there, oh my God, what we have here, we've got a video plays in the background, and it's kind of annoying. We've got Ling dancing at the top there with the thing. She's on a motorbike, got Boris Johnson with the Brexit-free things. People are going to start dancing. Who's this over here? Another thing floating over there, flag, Rolling Stones, tongue. Live chat. Okay, live chat, top left corner. Let's have a look at this. It's loading. Something's going. Okay, there's no one available doing live chat right now. Never mind, let's go home. We've got fun stuff. Facebook, floating heads, and okay, here we're starting to get some cars, but oh my God, how many cars do we have here? What do they mean? What's this about? Is this helping me find my car? Probably not, because these are, what are these? These are the best-selling car deals, apparently. And what is this? Car leasing response time so far? I don't know what that is. I've got to think about this. I'm just being assaulted left, right, and centre with things that I just don't care about. I want to find a car. I don't care about the top cars. I want to find my car. And what is this about? I can trust her. I'm Ling. Well, that's nice, but I want a car. Now, on the left-hand side, we do have a list of all cars, but again, oh my God, it just goes on, and for everything. How am I ever going to find the car that I want? Now, I might go, well, I want a Volvo V40. Let's zoom down, find Volvo. I haven't got a V40, XC40, that'll do. And okay. But what the hell is this? Like, how many, is this every car they have? Which one's for me? I just don't know. So everything on this website is about pushing what this lady Ling feels is the right thing. It is spotted with tiny tasks everywhere. Tiny tasks are dominating this website. And this is what? Scalemetrics. Okay, let's have a go. I'm going to play an ice cream truck. What? I don't even know what this is. So this is a minuscule micro task. I'm just going to leave the website now because I'm just so confused over everything. This is quite stunning. So let's just go after this to go home. And so this is Ling's Cars, the absolute ruler of tiny tasks taking over and big tasks being hidden. So let's have a look at top tasks again in a little more detail. This is an example breakdown of what a top task is. So we've got a pie chart here, and every section of the pie chart is the importance of that task to a consumer. We're going to cover that, how you create this in the next video, so don't worry too much. Just remember that each segment is the importance to a consumer. We can see that the top quarter of everything everyone cares about is made up of 4 tasks. And just think, we might have a website which can do 100 different things about predicting sizes or giving information or doing returns, managing things. 4 items dictate a quarter of what everyone cares about. Then you've got another 6 making up the rest of the tasks. So 10 items, 10, make up half of what everyone cares about. If you focus your website on those top 10 items, then you've got almost everything that people care about, half what they care about straight away. And straight away you can see that focusing on a small number can have a massive impact in getting things done. So you can name these in different ways. So you can call them top, medium, small and tiny in decreasing order as in the pie chart. Or you could call them premier tasks in the top quarter. Top task is from 25 to 50%, small after 50 to 75, and tiny is whatever is at the end. Now, lots of tiny tasks make up a lot of what people care about. And we see in this item here. So the website Livepoolgov, when it was originally designed and pushed out a few years ago, the amount of work, amount of pages, amount of space and activity focusing on those tiny tasks, that last quarter, those bits that nobody really cares about, everyone being pushed onto them because they were being pushed at the forefront of the website. And the things that people really care about, the top tasks, the ones at the very top that, could be a quarter of what everyone cares about, almost no one was accessing. So the most important functions of the website were hidden, unusable. You might have great style. You might have relatively good SUS score. You might have relatively good task time or any other metric. But you still got to face the fact that the things that people really care about are not being engaged with the people, which proves that the design is wrong. So how do we go about collecting what the kind of tasks they are? Now, we got a whole load of things. Collecting tasks is incredibly important and difficult because if you ask me, the designer, I've got my opinion. I can look at websites that are there, but if the website that's currently there didn't get everything right the first time, and there's some tasks that people want to achieve that were just missed off, well, I'm not going to get them by looking at websites. Maybe I am, or maybe I'm not the key user, so maybe I don't know what the users really want. And even if I am the key user of whatever website, I'm, let's face it, a middle-class white guy in the middle of England. What do I know about other parts of society? What do I know about what they really think and care about? I don't. So I cannot speak for everyone else. We need to get better data. Collecting tasks has to be a research project. So the actions you got to gather potential tasks from consumers and the organization. The most important part is 80% of all possible tasks come from the consumer. The people who are actually using the website must dominate where you're getting your task from and the time you're taking. You've got to put the effort out there because organizations don't know what their customer is. Now, just like I, as a sort of middle-class white guy in England, don't know everything, the CEO, he definitely doesn't know anything. That's probably a 60-year-old, very rich white guy. And if he's in charge of something like a fast fashion company, how does he know what a teenage girl wants? He doesn't. He has no idea. The companies are not the right people to talk to for the whole task. Get them in, but it really is the customers. So you go out, you collect ideas, and you must refine this down. Now, again, what's a task? Tasks are what consumers want to do. So pricing, configuration, parking, these are the kind of things that people do. And you want to keep within the scope of what the user wants. It's not what the company wants people to do, it's what the user wants to achieve. So you're going to go and say, well, what could all the tasks people who want to access e-commerce websites be? Now, what do people really want? Here's some examples of some tasks from the EU Commission. So, access to finance, access to law and justice for poor people, access to law, justice and human rights for poor people, access to lawyers, active farmer, definition of. These are the kind of things that are tasks. People are trying to find out this information. Now, when you're creating these tasks, you go out there and you interview people, you look at search histories, you look at just keywords on the website, keywords in searches, all these kind of items. You want to avoid words like get and find because they don't really mean very much. So, for example, check symptoms is a much better, is one way to put it, but symptoms is the general task. So you want to kind of keep it focused. So it's not check this or do that, it's symptoms. I care about symptoms. So what is not a task? So a task is, it's not what you're searching for, it's not what you're navigating for, it's not what you're clicking on, it's, what are you logging into? It's general things. It's, as I've got the examples here, access to information, access to law, definition of items, things you're trying to find out. These are big directions you want to achieve. These are not small pieces, the things you really want to get to at the end. So what you're going to do is create a list of everything possible. You're going to go out there and survey people and say, what would want to do? Name everything that you want to do. Name everything that you care about. And then you take them and you combine similar items together. So if someone could say, find a handbag, someone could say, get a handbag for a party, handbags, or even better, bags. So you take the surveys, you talk to people, look at Google history, look at web analytics, go anywhere you can to find information, especially talking to people with online surveys of customers. It's a great way. And then you collapse that list down to a small manageable area. And then once you've got this list of around 80 tasks that are similar, that are unique enough, you go out there and ask people, which of these tasks do you care about the most? Please just pick 5. Pick 5 of the tasks that you care about the most. And when you do that, you will be able to get the data of who's picking what. It's an alternative vote. And that will end up with the kind of chart we see here. People will choose the task that they care about the most. People will just let their interests direct them. And you end up with a natural occurrence of what the top tasks are, the medium, small, and tiny. And then you get to realize where you need to put the focus in your design and focus in your navigation.